A renowned oncologist once revealed a startling truth. 90% of their patients were unaware that a life-threatening condition was silently developing inside them. These individuals carried on with their daily routines, eating, sleeping, and living as usual, until a sudden diagnosis turned their world upside down. By then, it was often too late. The most terrifying aspect of illness isn't the pain. It's how stealthily it begins, hidden within seemingly harmless habits. Nobel Prize laureate Otto Warburg uncovered a groundbreaking discovery. Our cells don't perish due to viruses or aging alone, but because we fail to provide them with their most vital need: oxygen. Every choice we make, from what we eat to how we live, either nourishes our cells with oxygen or slowly deprives them of it. Warburg distilled his findings into 8 simple principles. By following them, you can empower your body to fend off even the most severe diseases. If you're reading this and find these insights valuable, leave the word oxygen in the comments and share your greatest fear. Is it illness itself or the sense of helplessness it brings? Now, let's dive into the first rule. Start your day the right way. Each morning, many of us commit the same mistake. We reach for coffee, dry snacks, or skip hydration altogether, ignoring our cells' desperate cry for water, specifically warm, clean water. Warburg emphasized beginning each day with a glass of warm water on an empty stomach, ideally infused with a few drops of lemon juice. This isn't for taste, but to reduce blood acidity, awaken your organs, and jumpstart your metabolism. Since our bodies are roughly 60% water, neglecting hydration leads to increased acidity, thicker blood, and oxygen-starved cells. Over time, this manifests as fatigue, inflammation, and eventually chronic illness. One woman in her late 60s swapped her morning coffee for lemon water. Within weeks, her swelling diminished, digestion improved, and mental clarity returned. "I realized I wasn't aging. I was dehydrated," she said. But hydration is just the beginning. Rule number 2, make salads non-negotiable. This isn't just dietary advice. It's a survival strategy. Many treat vegetables as optional, assuming bread or meat can compensate for their absence. But Warburg's research revealed that fresh greens, especially leafy varieties, deliver alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, and enzymes crucial for cellular respiration. Without these nutrients, your body tilts toward acidity, creating a breeding ground for inflammation, joint pain, and chronic fatigue. Brittle nails, dull skin, and thinning hair aren't inevitable signs of aging. They're red flags of an acidic system. A daily salad dressed with lemon juice and olive oil isn't just a meal, it's a lifeline. It transforms food from a burden into an ally, restoring balance at the cellular level. Yet, even with salads, another silent saboteur lurks: mindless snacking. Rule number 3, snack with purpose. When hunger strikes between meals, most of us grab sweets, chips, or crackers. Innocent, seeming choices that Warburg saw as slow poison. Sugar and salt spike blood acidity, robbing cells of oxygen and weakening the body's defenses. The result? Accelerated aging from the inside out. Warburg's solution was simple. Swap processed snacks for almonds, packed with calcium and magnesium to stabilize blood sugar, or spirulina, a protein-rich algae that boosts immunity and gut health. One woman replaced her afternoon candy with almonds and lemon water. Within a month, her stomach aches vanished, cholesterol dropped, and her mood brightened. "I felt lighter," she said, as if I'd shed an invisible weight. But even the best snacks can't offset a stagnant body. Movement is the next key. Rule number 4, move or rust. Warburg had a blunt mantra: a body that doesn't move becomes acidic, literally. Sitting for hours slows blood flow, traps toxins, and starves cells of oxygen. The consequences unfold as fatigue, brain fog, and inflammation that creeps in like uninvited guests. But the solution requires no heroic effort. A simple 15-minute walk, climbing stairs, or even stretching before bed can reboot your metabolism. One man in his 70s made daily walks non-negotiable. Within weeks, his knee pain faded, and mornings no longer felt like a battle. "It wasn't exercise," he said. "It was giving my cells a chance to breathe." Yet movement alone isn't enough. The real transformation lies in an act we repeat mindlessly thousands of times a day: breathing. Rule number 5. Breathe like your life depends on it, because it does. In modern life, our breaths become shallow, tiny sips of air that leave cells starved. Warburg's warning was stark. Shallow breathing is slow suffocation. Without deep oxygen, organs weaken and disease gains ground. His remedy was straightforward. Seek fresh air in nature, throw windows open wide, and practice intentional breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, letting your belly rise. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, then exhale slowly as if blowing out a candle. A teacher from Moscow tried this ritual on her balcony each dawn. Within days, her migraines disappeared and her focus sharpened. "My brain felt alive again," she said, "like someone flipped a switch." Rule number 6. Meat. Meat itself isn't inherently harmful, but how we prepare it makes all the difference. Warburg observed that fried, smoked, or fatty meats overload the system, spike blood acidity, and fuel inflammation. His recommendation was clear: opt for modest portions of lean meat, about 150 grams daily, prepared through boiling or steaming. The key lies in balance, not elimination. Warburg advocated for regular meat-free days to give the body a chance to reset. One woman shared how switching to boiled meats and dedicating one day each week to plant-based meals transformed her health. Within a month, her chronic stomach pain eased, cholesterol levels improved, and she reported feeling more vibrant overall. "It wasn't about deprivation," she explained, "but about working with my body instead of against it." Yet, even the most carefully chosen meats can't compensate for certain vegetables that masquerade as health foods while secretly undermining your system. Rule number 7. The vegetable betrayal. While vegetables are typically hailed as nutritional heroes, Warburg uncovered an uncomfortable truth: not all plants support the body equally. Starchy vegetables, for instance, convert rapidly into sugars, creating an acidic internal environment that starves cells of oxygen. White potatoes emerged as a prime offender, frequently triggering inflammation and metabolic disruption. Warburg's solution was to replace these problematic plants with alkaline alternatives like Brussels sprouts, asparagus, zucchini, and bell peppers. These vegetables not only nourish but actively cleanse the system, optimizing oxygen delivery to cells. A man from Voronezh described his experience after eliminating potatoes in favor of steamed alkaline vegetables. After 30 days, he noticed dramatic improvements. His energy levels stabilized, digestion became effortless, and his skin took on a healthier glow. "I thought I was eating healthy before," he admitted, "but I was feeding the wrong parts of myself." Rule number 8. Water. Warburg circled back to what he called the first and final rule of life: water. Not just any water, but warm, clean, ideally alkaline water consumed consistently throughout the day. He warned that when dehydrated, the body becomes a thief, stealing water from organs and tissues just to survive. This wasn't about mere hydration. Water, in Warburg's view, served as the body's transportation network, delivering nutrients, flushing toxins, regulating temperature, and most critically, maintaining the delicate acid-alkaline balance that allows cells to absorb oxygen. His prescription was precise: 2 liters daily, beginning with a glass upon waking, sipped steadily but never gulped in excess. One businessman replaced his habitual sodas and sweet teas with plain water. Within 14 days, his acid reflux disappeared. By month's end, he reported waking with energy he hadn't felt in decades. "I'd been drowning my cells in sugar," he realized, while starving them of what they truly craved. Warburg's stark equation put it plainly: 1 sugary drink requires 30 glasses of water to neutralize its damage. After decades of pioneering research, Warburg's ultimate discovery wasn't a complex biochemical pathway, but a profound simplicity. Cells bathed in oxygen repel disease. Cells starved of oxygen invite it. Every guideline, from morning hydration to vegetable choices, from mindful movement to conscious breathing, served this singular purpose: sustaining the oxygen, rich environment where health thrives. This isn't about adding years to your life, Warburg concluded, but life to your years. The power to shift from merely surviving to vibrantly thriving lay not in futuristic medicine, but in daily choices as elemental as the air we breathe. A retired nurse who adopted all 8 rules summarized it best: "I stopped waiting for my body to fail and started giving it what it needed to succeed." The difference wasn't gradual, it was revolutionary. Warburg's legacy reminds us that health is neither accident nor inheritance, but the cumulative result of small, consistent choices. Which rule will you embrace first? The journey begins not tomorrow, but with your very next breath, your next meal, your next glass of water.